Welcome back to the Inside Track. Today we're catching up with Felix Rosenqvist, driver of the number 10 NTT Data Chip Ganassi Racing Honda. We're a little less than halfway through the season, and we wanted to check in with Felix to see how 2020 is going. So Felix, you managed to capture your first NTT INDYCAR Series win at the REV Group Grand Prix at Road America. So going into the race at Road America, that was the first doubleheader race on the calendar. Can you tell us a little bit about how you prepared differently for a doubleheader race versus your typical single race weekends?
A doubleheader is always, it's kind of the thing that makes everyone a bit nervous at the team because, it's a lot of work. You want to make sure that you're rested. You want to obviously get through the first day to get to the second day without having a crash car or it just puts like double the pressure on everyone really. But it's kind of cool because there's more to win and there's more to lose, and you go through a lot during a very short time, especially now with the COVID style of race weekend. We go through a lot in 2 days, and also physically preparing for the race. It's tough because you don't really know where you are physically because we haven't done a double header yet, and you don't really know how you're going to feel after the first race. But you train a lot, you try to rest a lot, and you just want to be prepared really. But I think it's cool. It's fun to have that pressure and to go into it and really, take on the weekend.
Now on Sunday, you started P7 and obviously worked your way up to P1. Can you tell us if there was a point during the race where you knew that you were going to podium, or better yet, knew that you were going to win the race?
Yeah, I thought actually after the first pit stop sequence where we stayed out longer than the others because our tires kept in really good shape compared to most. So we had a couple of laps here before I pitted. We really managed to extend the gap to the others that pitted earlier. So we actually overcutted from P7 to P3 in the whole sequence. And from that time, I kind of realized that, okay, this is looking really good because I came out in clear air. I could just do sort of qualifying laps every lap and get into a rhythm and start chasing down the guys in front, which was Palou and Ward at the time. Just every lap was, my strategy. Barry Wanster, he was just telling me the gap on the radio. You're getting closer, you're cutting the distance by, 3, 4, 5 tenths per lap, and it's pretty, motivating when you're in the car and you hear that you're just catching so much all the time. And that moment, I knew, this is going to be potentially, a win today if we don't screw anything up.
Now, many race fans are familiar with Dario Franchitti. He's not only a 4-time series champion, but he's also a 3-time Indianapolis 500 winner. And he's the driving coach at Chip Ganassi Racing. So 22 years ago, Dario had his first victory also at Road America. Have you and Dario had a chance to talk about sharing your first IndyCar wins at the same track?
Yeah, he actually texted me after the race, and I didn't know that was his first track, but obviously a long time ago now, and he said that he had some pretty heavy celebrations, and he advised me to not do the same as him. I'm not sure if I can say here exactly what he did, but it was a long night for him. Let's say that. My night wasn't as long. I actually drove back to Indy, and I met my girlfriend that had been in Sweden for 3 months actually. So it was pretty cool to, at the same day as I had my first win, I got to see her for first time in like 90 days, and it was a really good day for sure.
So Felix, you obviously mentioned all of the victory celebrations that Dario had back at Road America for his first win and that you're going to save for later this season. But the Chip Ganassi racing team has been off to a great start with your teammate Scott Dixon winning the first 3 races of the season, and then you obviously capturing the 4th victory of the season at Road America. Can you tell us what it was like to help continue the team's overall winning streak and to set the number 10 team up for success at future road courses this season?
Yeah, it was. I think that made the whole win so good that first of all I was able to contribute to the team, to make the team what it is. It's a team famous for winning a lot of big races and many races, and Scott has been the biggest contributor to that in the last 2 decades, and it feels really special to be able to contribute back and to give the team a win. And I think mainly my NTT Data 10-car crew, they've been waiting so long for this win. I think 2014 was the last time with Tony Kanaan, and on my car it's mainly the same people working. So they've been really working hard to get this again, and you can see every time we show up at the track they're just so hungry to get that win again. And we've been close a couple of times last year, and even Texas this year we had a really good run going, and I kind of felt like I let them down a couple of times, and it was just good to see everyone cheering and celebrating after we finally got it.
So Felix, now that you've captured your first IndyCar win, what is next on your to-do list this season?
Next item is definitely getting more consistency on the ovals. I had a really good run in Texas, but we didn't get the points, and then Iowa was not a great weekend for us. For different reasons, we didn't manage to bring a lot of points there either. So the ovals are still, even if I definitely feel some spikes of excitement, and we definitely have the speed in many cases, but we're not really able to tie everything together and get some good points. So that's still the biggest priority to fix. And I think that kind of goes with the second goal, that is getting a good result at the 500. That's coming up. I think this year we will be strong there. We were really good in Texas, and I think that's a good indicator for what's going to happen at the 500. And the Ganassi team has just done so much work during the winter to prepare for the 500, and pretty excited about that one. It feels good to have last year done and as a rookie, and then going into this year and just knowing all the procedures, knowing the track, knowing how the race works. That definitely should be a good one, I think.
That's all the questions I have for you today. So Felix, thank you so much for reflecting on your first IndyCar win.
See you guys.
And for our viewers, you can continue to check back for updates on the 2020 season with the number 10 NTT Data Chip Ganassi Racing Team. We'll see you next time.